What's up, guys? Getting ready to go on another test drive. This right here is a 1966 Chevy C-10. It's got the LS Vortec motor under the hood. Everything from power steering to power brakes. Pretty reliable setup here. We're going to be taking it down the road, pointing out chips, scratches, flaws, anything that I can find so you know exactly what you're getting. We do this with every ride on the lot, and we update every Monday with new inventory. Be sure to look at the 100 detailed pictures we provide as well. That way you know everything about this truck. I need you to hit subscribe, share, and hit like. That helps me out more than you know, and it keeps me making these videos for you. So sit back, relax. It's about that time. Let's go for a ride. Before we take off, we'll look around the interior, kind of check everything out. Place your bets. Do you think the horn works on this? We'll be trying it out here in just a moment. Got the aftermarket radio. Should have the face of the radio in the office there. You got aftermarket gauges coming across the dash here. It's in decent shape. It's showing 79,000 miles, which is incorrect. There's no way to prove mileage on a 66 model, not with an LS motor for one. The seat in this one looks pretty good. Looking around up here, you got some rust up top on the roof. You got rust growing up under here. I'm sure the seal is probably broke. It is an old truck, so you've got a digital setup here on the dash, and we'll find out if that actually works throughout the test drive. Decent sounding motor. It's got electric fans are working, blower motor's working. It's not blowing down here, you can hear it though. I don't know where it's blowing out at. I hear it, but it's not blowing out anywhere. Volt gauge is working on this one. Water temperature is going to be working its way up. The oil pressure is not hooked up here. This gauge is not hooked up. You can see the tack is not showing anything. Wipers are working. Horn, did you place your bets? It don't work. Tilt column. It's got another switch here, but that's not actually hooked up. Turn signal is hooked up on it. I can hear it clicking. Okay, let's go ahead and put the hood down. Look at that, it just popped up. So it looks like the RPM is now working. I guess it takes a second to establish connection. I don't know if the wire's coming off of it or they're doing that through a signal. All right, let's hit the road and we'll see how she runs and drives. Okay, so anything I see, I will let you know. Let's go ahead and take off here. Checking these brakes before we leave, make sure they're all right. Here we go. Speedometer is not coming up on the dash. Steering on this one feels a little bit delayed. It's pulling me a little bit around the road. It's probably going to need something done on the front end. Gas gauge is about halfway, so we'll stop up here at the gas station. It's got a little bit of a left pull too, but there's slack in the steering on this one. Looks like the speedometer's right here, and it doesn't seem too accurate. It's showing 45. We're running about 35, about 10 mile an hour off. Yeah, hitting the brakes there, it's still pulling to the left. It's got a squeak to the brakes too. Motor and trans seems to be shifting out pretty well. Kickdown is hooked up, which is a passing gear. Let's go ahead and pull in the gas station here. Hopefully it's not too packed now. And we'll get us some fuel. All right, guys, I'll be right back. We're gonna get some gas in this old truck here. Let's see if I can get turned around. Oh, we're open over here. Okay, so you put the gas in right here on the side. Put close to $20 worth of fuel in this ride. Right around that. Let's jump in here. That's what it was like when we pulled up, around half a tank. Turn the key on. It didn't go up very much, but I'll tell you if it moves any more. At this moment, I don't know if it's 100% accurate. What's the key problem? Okay, let's get my seatbelt on here. Way down there. There we go. Get her put on. I noticed one thing about this truck. It does not have a good right turning radius, but it has a great left turning radius. So going right, it's about there. That's all you're gonna get. We won't make the turn. So yeah, it's definitely gonna need some front end work. All right. Let's head on back to the lot now. I've done the walk around. I'm gonna put it at the end of the video. I can hear the brakes squeaking too on this one. Also, the water temperature gauge never came up. It's probably the old gauges from the old motor, I would assume, before they put the LS in it. It's stopping well, it's just squeaking. Suspension's not too terrible. Oh, they're still working on the road up here. Well, hopefully they let us through pretty quick. I figured they may be done. It does look nice and pretty though, I can't complain. We got a nice smooth surface to drive on from now on with all of our test drives. I like it. Looking good. He's like, whatever, man, I'm ready to go home. I gotta get out of here as fast as possible. I gotta go wash this truck off now. Oh, they won't let me go that way. Take her to the cleanup bay. Evan's gonna be mad at me. I'll have to remember that for the next test drive. Look at the line they're waiting in. Definitely got some squeaky brakes on this one. Y'all hear that? I'm sure you do. I was looking on the walk around video and this didn't look like it went all the way to the outside. It just looks thick on the inside here. So that's a good sign. There was a few spots that I'll point out. I definitely want you to stick around to the end, that way you know everything about it. Sounding like we got a little bit of popping on the exhaust pipe back here. We have made it back to the lot now. What we're gonna do is switch over to the walk around scene. I hope you enjoyed this. Hit subscribe, share, and I'll see you in a minute. Later. Okay, getting ready to walk around this truck. Look at chips, scratches, flaws, anything I can find. Look at the detailed pictures at maplemotors.com. So one thing I noticed, everything's been fine. This does not have a hose clamp on it, and this thing was just like hanging off. I shoved it back on there, but it did make a mess. That is where that came from. I've said this in many videos before. Pat likes to fill the radiators all the way up. He likes to top them off and then check them, make sure the antifreeze is good. We try to check all over the fluids and everything on all these cars, but I told him, don't fill that all the way up. It's gonna cause a mess, and it did. Well, I'll have to clean that up when I get back, but for now, we're gonna walk around this truck. I'm gonna look anything that I can find, that way you know what you're getting. So let's get down low and up close. Looks like these bolts here could be sunk in a little bit more. You got a big dent over here. This bumper's got scratches and scuffs all over it. Looking over the front end here, some dirt done picked up somewhere. Some rub marks from the hood. A little antifreeze from the hose coming off. Needs a hose clamp. We're gonna put that on. Got some rubbish there around where the hood sits down. Tires on this one are in great shape. Up and over the fender, you have a chip here. You got a bubble down here in the corner of the door, a light scrap. You got a indentation here. Looks like they ran up on something. Some bubbles at the bottom corner of the door. Also got some cracking going on here. Went on down this lower portion some more, up and over. Here in the back, paint's popping, big old crack there. We're gonna come back to this section, but first I'm gonna pull the brake pedal up and see if that switch is sticking in the floor here. I do believe it is, because I've cut the lights off. Yep. That's what it was. Okay, coming back. Yeah, you can see where it's all popping out there. Back to midsection here. Scratch right here. You also got a little scuff mark. Almost looks like a tire. A few chips. Pitting on your door handle. Overspray here. Emblem there is all scuffed up. Touch up mark there. Couple specks in the paint. Front windshield on this one looks pretty good. From the roof here, looks like a ding. The seal on the back window is older and dry looking. The bed, tell you what, the liner in it looks pretty good. Not bad at all. Coming across the back. Back bumper's a little beat up. See, it's got a little bit of rust trying to come through. Got chips here on the side here on that tailgate. Little scuff, like scratch. There's some chips there. Paint runs and bubbles. All right, coming on down this side. Lower portion first. Scuff mark there, up and over. Little scuff mark here. Down this lower portion, you got some cracks and bubbles at the bottom. Edge of your door there, paint run. A couple chips. A little rust here at the bottom. Some dirt up here in the front. Front windshield on this one looks pretty good. It scratches there. Looks like a ding here. Middle of that door, got a spot there and right here. Light scratch right here. Paint runs. Looks like it's kind of running down all the way through there where they put it on pretty thick. A couple little bubbles like some acne. Older glass. Pitting on your door handle. Just trying to zoom in on everything. You know, I point out everything, but I just usually just fill the screen when I see some stuff. Especially with a truck like this, it's got a lot of little chips and scratches. It's dirt. All right, let's go ahead and check out the inside of this truck, and then we'll start her up again. Bottom of the door. It doesn't look bad at all, pretty solid. In your jams. Looking all right. A few little scuffs here. Looking around on the inside. Seat's got a few little cracks. Jump on up in here. See on the floor, you got this rubber mat. It's got a spot right here in the flooring. You see that patch there and there. All right. Start her up. It was showing the battery when I was turning it right up here in the corner, and it got down to like 5. Maybe the battery's weak on this one. I'll look, see what date that one is. Doesn't have a date on it. Got something red on it here. That's probably what truck that this motor came out of. Of course, I didn't build it, so I don't know the spec. Got some paint runs on the edge here. Get some chips up here. It shuts down really easy. Paint runs on the edge of the hood. Got some little specks up here. Don't seem like they're coming off very easy. Scratch right here. Up here in the top, some rust. It looks like it's sealed from out here, but there was some on the inside right there on that same spot when we started the video. You got that right there too. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching. Definitely hit subscribe. That keeps me making these videos for you. Also share and hit like. And check out maplemotors.com. That way you can get those finance options, detailed pictures, and I can ship this pretty much anywhere in the country. We're gonna head back to the lot and grab another one for another test drive. Thanks for watching, guys.